Oh, here's my camp. I camp out here. Out here in this nice wilderness. It looks like a cattle trail or game trail. Looks like a cattle. Wow, that's a good trail. I'm gonna have to come out here and hike it, see where it goes to. And there's some elk rub. Over here. Some nice elk rub here. Morning, dirt roaders. This is the morning after, and looks like it's going to be a nice day. A little breezy. Got coffee going. So I'm going to do a little, what we call a gear dump this morning. Talk about some of the stuff that I'm using. Start off with my camp axe. This camp axe, it was, the head came from Harbor Freight. The guy at work got it for me. So I got it. I took the handle off. I put a new handle on it. I put a guard on here. I ground the back side so I can use it as a hammer. I cut this away, this piece away, so I can get my hand in here when I'm scraping wood. I reshaped the bevel on the axe so it's nice and sharp. And I made a little mask for it to guard it. And let me see, for my camp knife, it's a knife that I made. This is one of my first attempts at making a knife, and I thought it came out pretty good. There's a few things I do different on the next knife I make. This is my knife. I made my own sheath. And then I have these little pen lights that I got from Amazon. Pretty inexpensive, but I've been very pleased with these. They work great. They put out a lot of light. They use a couple of AAA batteries, and I like having battery powered camp gear because I can easily replace batteries. I can bring spare batteries with me. I do have rechargeable stuff, but you know, it seems to be more of a hassle. You got to carry more gear to have rechargeables. I got my coffee maker. This is the only way I make my camp coffee. I have these collapsible cups. I put a coffee filter in there. I put my coffee grinds in here. I did a video on how I roast my own coffee and I grind them, and this is where it ends up at. Makes the best coffee, bar none. Talking about rechargeables, I like these little lights. These are rechargeable lights. They actually come with a little miniature solar panel so that you can recharge them during the day via the sun. And so I have 2 of these, and got one in my tent right now. And I have a little collapsible table. This is a new purchase and I'm liking it. So I'm good with that. My tea kettle's nothing fancy, it's just a tea kettle. The stove's pretty basic stove, nothing fancy about it. It wasn't very expensive, so I like that part of it. And then got my camp chair, OneTigris, whatever way you call it. My tent is a OneTigris Backwoods Bungalow. I really like this tent. I've used it quite a bit. It's held up very well. I've had it in thunderstorms. It stayed watertight. I mean, it was major downpours coming on it. So my sleep system that I use, I have a bivy bag. It's just a big plastic bag with a zipper on it, and so I have an air mattress that I slide inside the bivy bag, and then I put my down sleeping bag on top of that air mattress. The air mattress is an insulated mattress, so it'll retain my heat and stuff. Other air mattresses I've had, and when you're sleeping in cold temperatures, there's no insulation between you and the ground, and you stay cold. This bag, I stayed toasty warm on it last night, so I'm good with that air mattress. It didn't deflate or anything. Again, it's a OneTigris, and I'm not a salesman for OneTigris. I'm just finding that their gear works, and so I'm not, again, I'm not a salesman. I bought all this gear off my own hard-earned money. And so, I'm buying what I can afford, and I'm buying what works. And the tent, it's a little bit to set up. It doesn't come with tent poles, so you have to make your own. You can use trekking poles. You could run a ridge line across from one tree to another, and set it up with a ridge line. And so I had to buy the footprint separately, but I really like having the footprint down on it. It gives me a little bit of space, from when I get out of the tent before I get into the dirt. So I like that a lot. One mention I don't want to pass up, speaking of coffee, is my coffee mug. I overfilled it. This is from GSI, and it has like a hard silicone cup inside of it, and it has graduations printed on the inside of the cup. So if you're making a Mountain House meal, which I had for dinner last night, you could boil your water, put it, fill it up to the recommended level in the cup, and then pour that into your Mountain House meal pack. Worked out really well. I've had these cups for a long time. They've put in their miles. I like them so much that I bought extras. There we go. Cameraman's helping me out here. Let me see. So anyways, these are my GSI cups, and I don't go anywhere without them. And then my collapsible coffee mug. And then I have an e-bike that I bought not too long ago that I thought I'd start taking that with me and drive the dirt roads and stuff with it. So last night while we're crashed out here, a deer or something came through camp, tripped over my guy lines on my tent, knocked my bike over, and so I should have had a trail cam set up. That would have been a funny thing to see. So, but you never know what's going to happen in camp. add one more thing to this. I take into the tent with me at nighttime. I'll take a water bottle. I take a little headlamp, a MP3 player, a beanie with speakers in it, and I'll listen to audio tapes. Last night I listened to Ayn Rand Anthem. Yeah, it's interesting, interesting audio book there. And then I always take a empty Gatorade bottle that I use for when I get those midnight nature calls, and I have the Gatorade bottle marked with P on it to make sure I don't use it for anything else. And so I thought that might be important to any other guys that are getting up there in age that that get out and do this camping stuff. So anyways, it's time to break down camp and hit the dirt road.